Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the ICP Internet Computer price one more time. Yeah, I know a lot of you are going to be saying, you know what, this thing will never pump or something like that, you know, this and that. A lot of people say stuff about ICP, but I think that eventually when this thing starts moving, it's definitely going to leave a lot of people behind. And it's going to be too late to enter, I mean, in terms of a position or something like that. But I was making an update on Friday saying that I probably won't be available this week. And yes, I just tried to squeeze within my schedule to get this video out because I think there is an important message here. And ICP is really indicating that it's ready, just as we were speaking on Friday, saying that this week is going to be the one where we are going to see a move here on ICP. So not only are we just talking about these things, we are literally putting our money where our mouth is. And you can actually see here 2 days ago, just that Friday, I was promising my patrons that I'm going to be posting a trader late with exact take profits and leverage and all that great stuff that we were doing by this. So I mean, that trade is already up something like 15% today, so something that is fantastic, obviously, right? And then here I want to show you exactly where ICP is headed in the immediate short term. And you know, let's start here with the RSI, and you can see that even the last trade that we took here, we actually were noticing that we have got this upward sloping support right there for the RSI. Then again, on the daily time frame, we were having a downtrend on the price action right there, indicating that there was some kind of you know, bullish divergence. By the way, we pretty much have the same thing here, and this time around is actually much more powerful because we had actually drawn this right before it happened, and we can see that ICP is trending upward in terms of the RSI, but then again the price, yeah, now is starting to move. It's really good. I expect this to continue, and I'll be targeting something like $16 just for this specific trade that we are in. But eventually I think I expect ICP to go as high as something like $27. This is coming from the other fractal that we were following right there. I think it was actually coming from Myro. I mean, people will be like, why are you comparing Myro to ICP? Myro is not a meme coin, this and that, but you have to remember that here we are only comparing the kind of behaviors of the market participants by there, right? So I mean, take a look at this crashing structure here. I also remember this because we were taking a fantastic trade there with Myro. But take a look at this. We have got this crashing initial, you know, crash thing. We've got the same thing pretty much here. Then you have got your initial reaction here where you just weak, right? You go, you push one more time. This is the same push that you are seeing here on Myro, which is the same as this one, right? And then you head into some kind of mini accumulation here. Now, what you notice with these phases is that some of the phases are consolidated for ICP. Some of the phases are actually much more elongated, but the direction is pretty much the same thing right there, right? So I mean, take a look at this one too. After this kind of accumulation here, you head back into your resistance levels right there. You pretty much see the same thing here, back into resistance. But then again, you go for this kind of a quick kind of a thing, which you see here on Myro 2, and then once you start moving up here, you have another big pullback. This is the exact same story that we were seeing with ICP here when we were taking this trade there. I think we have to delete it because we no longer need it. Actually, we took the money already. So that was the pump here, and then we are pulling back here. I think we are somewhere about around here. And when I was making that video on Friday, I was saying that look, this is the bottom basically, right? The bottom is in, and we're looking for upward price action here for ICP. I still stand with that, and I think that by the end of this week we will have like great things would have happened here for ICP, and we are targeting, as I mentioned already, obviously the first resistance here was around $16 for ICP, but then again from then we are looking at our Fibonacci retracement tools right there. From the very top of the structure to the very bottom here, we saw Myro going as high as something like the 1.618. I mean, it even went higher than that, but we are not going to be looking at that. It's going to be a bit too greedy right at that point. But immediate short term, just applying our Fibonacci retracement tools right there, right from the very top of the structure to the very bottom here, we are seeing that our 1.618 Fibonacci extension level is sitting around $27 here for ICP. So I think it's really looking good, right? But eventually, what do I expect ICP to do long term right there? Let me quickly show you that. Excuse me guys, sorry for interrupting, but I wanted to invite you to my Patreon here where we are taking a lot of trades, right? I mean, you can see I was posting earlier this morning the XRP swing trade, which we are going to be holding for this bull cycle. I was just mentioning about the quant trade, the ICP trade that we just took in, which is now at this point, let me see what percentage is that, 18% up, and we're looking to continue higher. The Tron trade, we already closed this one in a profit. the GST trade. I mean, we have this one pretty much open in profits as well. Blender not doing so good, and then we also have got Beam here, which we closed in a profit. We've got Myro. I mean, the list is almost endless right at this point, and I want to invite you to join this. I'm actually doing one-on-one trading with my patrons right there, so pretty much I'm gonna be your guide right in this whole thing. So if you are willing to get into those things, just feel free to join the Patreon, and we can actually talk. We've got live calls as well and all the great stuff right there, right? So I mean, I was saying that ICP long term, I think this thing is going to do something that is really, really crazy. Let me show you here the market cap of ICP here from CoinTrader Pro. Just looking at the market cap here of ICP rather than the price. Look here, guys, look, this structure promises a new all-time high in my humble opinion, and for us to get back there, I mean, just take a look at the grab your Fibonacci retracement tool from the very top of the structure again to the very bottom here, in which you can see that we haven't even touched the first one. So for people to come and say this thing is not gonna pump, look guys, I'm not a financial advisor or something like that, but I've been in this market for some time, and I can tell you that I've seen these things happening like literally all over the place. The same conditions that we are seeing ICP having right now has actually led to great things happening, right? So I mean, just the first Fibonacci retracement level, we are looking at ICP going up as high as something like 200%, right? So 200% from where the price is sitting right now is actually around you know, $24, which is almost in that range that we were talking about $27. No big deal, to be honest with you. But then again, I want you to realize is that once you just clear that first Fibonacci retracement level there, you don't have any other resistance. Look left here, nothing pretty much until all the way to the new all-time high right there, which will be targeting the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, of course, and that will be around something like $112 billion in terms of market cap for ICP. That's around 220 something dollars for the peak of the bull cycle. In my humble opinion, I think that this is something that is very, very much possible. ICP could actually do much more than that, but for this bull cycle, I'm going to be as conservative as possible, and I think that $220 is a price target that is very, very much realistic. It's very hard to imagine that right now because the price action has been borrowing in quotes for some people, but I think it's also enough time for a lot of people who are convinced to be accumulating here ICP, right? Obviously, remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, right? But if you like the content, don't forget to let's tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I would have to see you on the very next one. Take really, really good care of yourselves. Bye.